I hope everyone is doing well, fantastic, wonderful today. Huh? Yeah, it is a very, very rainy day down here in the southern Caribbean, but nevertheless, that is not going to inhibit us at all from doing the intuitive weekly shamanic tarot reading. So, before I begin, let me just say that, let me just introduce myself. I am love, discernment, confident, resourceful, assertive, and unstoppable. A beacon called to share my light and talents with the world, and to be real, generous, and inspiring. My name is Catherine Hidalgo, and I embody Soul Dancer, a white dragon. You will see the information on my page. My name has not yet changed from Intuitive Catalyst, typical Facebook, but nevertheless, my message, I believe, is much clearer. So, if you want to unleash your inner dragon, if you want to roar once more, check me out. Easy peasy, simple. Look at the description, which I will tell you now is really, I can hear your soul voice. I hear your soul voice. That's because I tap into your energy field. And from there, I weave open the path, the way, as I call it, for you to move forward. Find, identify the particular stumbling blocks that is keeping you stuck, and I am there to accompany you, give you nudges, maybe sometimes a big push, and eventually, when you come out on the other side, in one session, in a few sessions, whatever it is triggers you, you will be standing in your power. You will be able to roar once more, as you're supposed to. Woman, yes, I am directing the service of Soul Dancer, the White Dragon, specifically at women. This is our time, and we are here to stay. Okay? All right. Beautiful. So on that note, let's see what Dream Dust has to say. Now, as everyone knows, before I continue, let's chat a bit. Do remember to check out to have a look at my About Me video, because it tells you a little more about Dragon. It also shares with you a very special offer, which I really do want you all to take advantage of. Dragon will be speaking a lot, and you can still find me on facebook.com/Intuitive Catalyst Conduit, no spaces. So until my page changes name, because Facebook said that, notice how many times I've mentioned their name. I've been changing my name too often. Actually, it was twice. I changed it back to my original birth name, Catherine Intuitive Hidalgo, in preparation for this Soul Dancer, the White Dragon. Alright, so what's gonna be, that they're pissing me off really badly. They're pissing me off very badly. I don't like people to establish or inflict their limits on me. I don't appreciate that at all. That's just really part of who I am. There's the question. And the question is, what do we need to know that will move us forward? Let me rephrase that. What do we need to know about the limitations in our life that will enable us to move forward? Yes, that's the question. That's the question. Oh, there, you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Oh, I just saw that a minute ago. Okay, I was, can you hear me now, Adrienne? Oh, dear. You see, I keep looking at the monitor. I keep looking at the monitor on the screen, and it was really fast. Consequently, I thought that I was being heard. So, tell me if you can hear me now. You should be able to hear me now. Yes, this is okay. All right. I'm going to assume that you can hear me, that I can be heard now. And let me put my little mousey where I will be able to see it, because right now I am not seeing it. There it is. Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. So, I said the question already, and it was, yes, what, Jennifer? Oh, Jennifer, I'm glad to see you on. I did the reading for you, and I left a message right underneath your message saying that your reading, I think, was from minute 10 or something like that. But you'll have to go check, Jennifer. Okay, yeah, the question was, what do we need to know about the limitations in our lives, and how overcoming them will move us forward? Yeah, that's the question. That's the question. Okay, so let's see what Dreamless has to say. Oh my. 5 of fire. Oh, I got 2 cards. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I shall read the first. The first one is 3 of wind. The first one is 3 of wind. And the immediate thought that came in was, who is feeling as if they have a bullseye on their back or their chest? Do you? Do you feel that you are being targeted? This is reminding me a bit about me as well, actually, because I also am experiencing some changes here. So I do feel targeted. Well, actually, it's not just a feeling. I know I am being targeted, but that's all right. That's all right. 3. Now, remember, let me break it down for you all. Wind is all about thoughts. Consequently, we have to pay attention to this one fact. Our thoughts are liars. Our thoughts are liars. This is a fact, because we think that we know what someone else is thinking, but it is not true. Unless we are in close mind to mind contact, where we are literally, each of us, hearing what the person is saying word for word as they go along, it's not at all the case. And this really is what 3 of wind is telling us. Everything is an illusion. Our thoughts are liars. Ignore them. We pay attention to them to our peril. That goes for everyone, including me. It is simply that because of particular issues that we are holding inside, we exteriorize them. Oh gosh, hear me on this word. Externalize. That's the proper English word. We externalize them, and consequently create more difficulties for ourselves. When in fact it is necessary to take a step back and leave it alone, because how the other person feels and what the other person thinks is none of our business. Okay? The number 3 is telling us that the ascended masters are around us. All you have to do is ask for support, ask for guidance, and even more important, say, please handle this, and you give it to them. Plain and simple, no fuss, no bother. No fuss, no bother. No one is being targeted, but that is the illusion, and that is what this card is here to tell us. It's about a broken relationship. It's grief over a particular relationship. It's about emotion and physical trauma, and practicing forgiveness and self-love. This is what this is, which means communication, which means walking your talk, which means boundaries. Boundaries are extremely important. They are essential for our well-being. And it asks the question, because I just heard it. What limiting beliefs do you live by? Are you the authority in your life? You need to examine where your limiting beliefs come in. And you can identify your limiting beliefs by the way you feel about a particular action or something that you say. Or I shouldn't even say action, it's actually reaction. That's it. So what we're talking about here is pull them out. In a particular situation, pull it out to ask just a few words, a question. Is this true? Is what I believe true, and where did it come from? Because while I am doing a particular self-mastery course right now, and it is very tough, because even though it's self-mastery geared towards business, I have to go inside, and this is where I am right now, examining my beliefs examine the beliefs that limit me. We all have to become the authority in our lives, and that really is what we are talking about here. The wheel turns because no thing stays the same. It's very, very hot and humid. It has been pouring all morning. It's so hot and humid here. But I just had to say that there's a beautiful, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, never saw this before. See right here? It's like and I notice I've been seeing a lot of doors ajar in all of the cards recently, and this is another one. But what is happening in this particular case is it is showering pink and white light. It's beautiful. And as I look at it, the pink and white light actually shepherds golden light before it, literally pushing it into the card. and I'm seeing it now going around the circle. Remember, everything is a circle. We all always come back to the same spot, except that we don't usually recognize it because when we have dealt with what we need to deal with, we come to the same position, but things have changed because we have changed. And this is something that is truly wonderful. It makes you, oh, let me see what it is Jennifer is saying there. Saying there. It makes you stop and open to other possibilities. Yes. So this card is really quite interesting because when we do the work, and I am now seeing going around and around the card. I wonder if it's possible to see it on the screen. I'm literally seeing the wind swirling fast, I mean fast, around the card. So there's a lot of energy in the place, and it's interesting how, this is why I love dream dust, you know. It is so fascinating. Forget about interesting. It is so fascinating that as I speak, the card changes, and certain things that I did not notice before they just become highlighted. So basically, that wind is going to blow away this heavy darkness overhead. That is a foregone conclusion. You let it go. You focus inward on yourself. Allow the other person to be, do, have whatever it is they want. Deal with your sorrow. I hear departure. Deal with your sorrow over the departure and let be. This is interesting. I'm going to have to practicing forgiveness and self-love is extremely important. I will have to come back and look at this again. I'm now seeing green. I'm now seeing green starting to swirl around the card. This is, oh wow. Yeah. And that golden circle in the middle, it represents your heart. It represents the center of your being. It represents your internal compass. All right? So that is the first part of the answer. The next part of the answer is 5 of fire. Light yourself up. But first ground. So you don't fly away like the ashes. Light yourself up. Ground yourself. Make sure that that happens. 5 is the number of change. This card is all about competition. This card is all about opening your mouth and speaking your truth from your third eye, from your soul voice, from your inner dragon. Jennifer, I don't know if you know, I spoke about my refocused message. I am unable to change my name at the moment. However, I am now a soul dancer, the white dragon. Just to let you know, the message is already up. I have to wait until Facebook gives me permission. Look at that smile. That smile is what we need to do. That's your intuition smiling at you. Your intuition is your inner voice, your soul voice. Yeah? This is important. This 5 of fire is talking about competition, tension, conflict that interferes with your goals. You need to breathe and be open to new ideas. You need to allow yourself to remain open to new ideas by listening. However, as you listen, stand your guard. Do not allow yourself, stand your guard and stand your ground. Do not allow yourself to be distracted for any reason. Because there are a lot of things are happening in our world right now, and they are all distractions. They are all distractions. The only thing that we, each and every one of us, need to be paying attention to, and I'm not talking about our regular daily responsibilities and activities. The most important thing that we need to be focusing on right now is our inner world. Our inner world. You know? Let me bring this a little bit. Yeah. We need to be focusing on our inner world. That's what it's all about. Too many distractions. Forget about, stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. It is just negativity regurgitated over and over and over to keep you in a state of fear. Do you really like that? It's terrible. I stopped watching news. My God, I think it's almost 20 years ago now. And then when I went to the rehab center, and then I became a house mother there for the particular what are they called? Well, I'll call them clients. Part of it was to watch 30 minutes of the 90-minute news cycle. I protested like crazy. So finally, the woman in charge, she caved and she said, okay, everyone can watch it for 15 minutes max. Even then, I thought 15 minutes was too long, but I didn't complain, I didn't bitch. I just said fine, and I made sure, because I can switch off the news when it's if I'm in the room and I'm doing something else and others are watching the television. It's easy for me to switch that off. Can you? Because you know, ladies, if you can't, then it's time to just switch off the television and switch on yourself. Go read a book, play, go have fun, do something that is going to uplift you. Go for a walk. Jennifer will not even let her husband watch. Good for you. It's too negative. It is too negative. No news really is good news. Television, the radio, they are all there. I told this to my mother, and what did she tell me? Well, you have to know what's going on. I know what's going on with me. I am well aware of what's going on in the world. And if there is something critical that I need to hear about, I have sent out the message as a standing order, you know, like at the bank. And that message is, send me the information that I need to know, like, you know, when the curfew was implemented and I got stuck down here and so on. And you know, talking about that, let me ask another question for us, because I'm shocked. And I don't believe that it has really anything to do with not quarantine, but the lockdown and the curfew. I have gained a tremendous amount of weight. You can't see it up here. Okay, I don't gain weight up here. But now I'm waddling. I feel it. It's quite uncomfortable. I no longer have the place to exercise. I do a little exercise in the morning and so on. But the heavy, because I used to garden, digging and, you know, carrying buckets of earth and water and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to ask a question about that. What do we need to know about the weight gain or the extra weight that we have put on during this past year or 15 months? 16 months? No, 18 months of lockdown. Because a lot of people are still under lockdown, like us here, there's still curfew going on. What do we need to know about this weight gain? What does it have to tell us? Because we are supposed to be working on ourselves. This is the purpose of COVID. This is the purpose of the lockdowns, the consequent lockdown. But COVID is there to oblige us, force us, is what I was going to say, to teach us about ourselves. I'm not too sure many of us are learning. So let's see what Dreamdust has to say about that. I've never asked a question, and however, I think now is a perfect time to do so. Hello, Carolee. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm almost speechless. I shouldn't be surprised. Remember that question, what that question was, people? Look what we get. The initiation card. We got the initiation card. This is amazing. We have to find our way through the dark forest. There are patches of lights like headlights. However, we have to look carefully to see them. They will enable us to find our way out of this darkness. This is what the lockdown, this COVID business, and what was the rest of the question? Something about weight gain. This is what this is telling us. Oh, and I just heard, because this has been bothering me, and I even decided, I've been hesitating on which way to go, if I should go on a lemon juice diet, just to cleanse my body of toxins first, etc., etc. And I just heard, this is just a passage, and the weight gain will be easily released. Now, hooray for that! Hooray for that! It never occurred to me to ask a question about this weight gain, but since in the last, and my weight gain took place in the last 3 months, actually, which is interesting. It didn't take place all through the year and all through the 18 months, or for some people it may have been less. For us, it's 18 months so far, with curfew in the past 2 months. My weight gain occurred during the last 3 months. That's interesting. That requires some thought. But this is the answer to that question. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. Yes, Carolee. And the initiation card says, we are in transition. We are approaching the end of a cycle. So when all of us, and that means the majority of the population, or whenever it happens, we will have arrived at the end of a cycle. Isn't that fantastic? There is a lot of potential, and while there may be and are periods of illness or darkness, everything is leading us to light and healing. I love it. I love it. We are facing our mortality, change, and transformation. This is big. I am so glad. Thank you, Creator Source. Thank you, my guides. Thank you, dragons. I am so glad I thought of asking this question. Okay, all right, and I just heard, yes, I had a prompt. It's true. This is the response. This is wonderful. Now, I don't normally brief folks on the contents of the weekly reading. However, I think I will today, and that has put me in such a good mood. If anyone wants a reading, put your hands up now, because I don't normally do readings anymore. Carolee, I have a new focus, my dear. I have a clearer message, and if you look at the banner on my page, you will see Soul Dancer and what Soul Dancer does. And there's a more detailed description, but basically, Soul Dancer is white dragon. And soul dancer is here to tap into, to open the weave, which is tapping into your energy. And once that weave is open, the way is open for you to move forward on your path with all the assistance that you will be receiving, and unleashing your inner dragon, learning to roar once more. And it is focused uniquely on women and for women. Women need this much more than men, and I realized that I had not included women in what I do, and I'm so passionate about women's issues, about lifting them, about sharing techniques with them, and all sorts of stuff. That's what my blogs have all been about for years. So afterwards, I was fighting with it for 10 days, 2 weeks, and I couldn't get a coherent message. And then suddenly, then it just came very, very clear. Isn't that fantastic? As soon as I decided, okay, I'm going to leave it, I can't keep fighting with this anymore, it happened. So now I'm just waiting for Mr. and Mrs. Facebook to permit me to change Intuitive Catalyst Conduit to Soul Dancer. In the meantime, okay, so Masuku Tandy, thank you, my dear. Yeah, so of course, with all that, there's still the special offer, people, and I really would like you all to take advantage of it, because it will give you a taste of what is to come. Because the new session, which actually I have not yet put in my services, these new sessions with Soul Dancer will be 1 hour long. They are going to be, no, not they are going to be, they are life changing. No kidding. No kidding. All right. So spread the word about the special offer. That's the taster. That's the taster. So Masuku Tandy, hi. What's your question there? Okay. All right. So Masuku. Okay. Can I get a reading, please? I always find your videos when you are saying when you are saying goodbye. All right. Well, I'm feeling so up because I'm feeling so pumped now, Masuku, that I am. Let me make sure that there was no one else before you, because I don't have my control. So it's Masuku, it's Jennifer. All right, and Adrienne, let me know if you want a reading as well. Okay, so here we go. Masuku, what does Masuku need to know for her highest good? What does Masuku need to know for her highest good? I love that name, you know, Masuku. Masuku. Oh. Oh. You need balance in your life, girl. You need to take a balanced stance in everything right now. Don't go too far left. Don't go too far right. Don't allow your emotions to take over. Don't allow yourself to get angry or too angry. When you get angry, quite frankly, you need to just let it go. Count to 10, breathe 10 times, and then let it go. Balance also talks about money. Don't go on any spending sprees. If you receive a windfall or something, get expert advice and have it invested. You know, that's it. Don't spend it. So a balanced approach, and everything is necessary right now. What are you seeing over the border? I don't know why I said over the border, but I'm take what I'm saying. What are you? Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Something has. When I speak out what is and what is, what's the word? When I speak it out, uh, that's the energy of it. Because this, I got the information last night about this new, um, about what Soul Dancer will be doing. As I said, Soul Dancer is White Dragon. That is White Dragon's name, by the way. I am White Dragon. I didn't know that. Um, and what came? Oh my gosh! What 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 I received last night was amazing, 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 amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to it. Anyway, Masuku, my dear, what do you see over the border? What are you seeing further on? Whatever it is, don't jump and say yes and dive in. Observe, look at it from all sides. Manage your time as well. Create boundaries. Take your time in all decisions, on any decision that you plan to take. This is very important. And look, you will know when it is time to take action in whatever it is you have going on right now, young lady, when you see the signs. And when I say that, I mean, you know about synchronicity, you know about omens and so on. Okay? So once they start happening frequently, you will know that that is the time to take action. Right now, chill out. Really. Just go with the flow. Anything that makes waves in your life, let it go. And focus on loving yourself. Focus on loving yourself more. That's it. That's what you need to do right now. Okay? All right, beautiful. So, Jennifer now. Jennifer, what does Jennifer need to know right now for her highest good? What does Jennifer need to know right now for her highest good? What does Jennifer need to know right now for her highest good? Jennifer, right now I'm looking at a pink flowering plant that my mother has here in her garden. It reminds me of petunia, but on a much smaller, um, it's like maybe an inch and a half wide, circular. I don't know why I'm telling you this, Jennifer, but there must be a message in there for you about pink flowers or something, and it's flat, and it has one, two, it has five, yes, 5 petals, whatever that means, Jennifer. Okay? So, Jennifer, you're crossing swords with someone there? Oh dear. Oh dear. And then I'm seeing, and so a lot of hot air is being released as well, Jennifer. Oh my goodness. And then Jennifer, I'm only getting wind cards for you. Oh dear. And ladies, pay attention. This is how I read. So you must, when you work with me, you must leave feeling positive. And even if I draw cards and the message on the card is not 100% positive, I will keep on drawing cards until there is a settling. And right now, 4 cards for Jennifer, 5 cards. Okay, so Jennifer has 5 cards, has a 5-card reading here. I can put them in any order, however, today. Oh my goodness, she bought 2 plants of those. Wow. Oh, that's fantastic, Masuku. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Spread the word about your friendly soul dancer, the White Dragon. That's me. And make sure and tell your friends, Masuku, about the special offer. So, Jennifer, I am going to read the cards exactly in the order in which I drew them. This is very significant. The first one is 2 of wind. Every time I see this card, I always think of crossed swords. You know, as if you are dueling with someone verbally, or mentally, or emotionally. Right now, it is telling me that a duel is in progress. You need to put it down. You need to let it go. A decision has to be made, fine. However, that decision is not for now. Pause, call a truce, face the situation, and use your intuition to gain deeper insight. Half of this card is blue. Blue is all about communication, because all you're doing right now is literally like with the tip of a sword, you're just stirring up the water. It doesn't help, and it barely, and of course it will not even make a mark. And as I said before, wind is all about thoughts. There's a lot of mental flatulence going on here, my dear. Okay? So heed that message. But there's also a lot of beautiful white light coming in. And that also almost crisscrossing, huh? But there's like a flurry of movement right here where I can see blue circles, as if that wind is stirring up the top of the waves and making a splash on top of the water. Okay? So that's the first card, Jennifer. People after Jennifer, I will not be doing any more readings. This is going to be a long reading. The next one is, let me see. Okay, the next card is Five of Wind. Who is making you, or who are, no, not making you, which is what you are thinking. Who are you allowing to make you red in the face, Jennifer? And I don't know if there's still a heat wave in Italy. That will not help the situation at all. This, you see that open mouth? A lot of steam is coming out, adding to the overcast atmosphere, making everybody and everything, including yourself, overheated. That's not nice. In this particular case, so there's some tension. You're not being heard. You don't feel as if you're being heard. And that is the issue. Now, the only way that you're going to get along with whoever the individual is by responding differently and creating the harmony that you desire by stop the reaction and begin to respond. And if your response preferably is just to walk away, go take a cool shower, go down to the seaside. I don't know if you can take a boat out or anything. I don't know if you're a boat person. There is no need to allow anyone to light a fire underneath you, Jennifer. You need more harmony and a more productive way of being. That's the next one. The next one is Four of Wind. Four of Wind. Four is all about creating your foundation. Wind again is the mental flatulence. You're allowing your thoughts to think you, my dear. You are allowing your thoughts to think you, and you are beginning to believe them. Alright, you're beginning to believe them. Now, it's not that this card now there are no negative messages, but being human, we take these things like this sometimes. You are actually reaching out. Notice that there are three other figures there. But are you connecting? There's a beautiful dazzle of gold right there, which is assisting you with your communication. But do you feel that you are being heard? C'est ça la question. Do you feel that you are being heard? Yes, you are reaching out. There's a but. There's a but. You need, my dear, to rest a lot more. This is the time, particularly with the next card that's coming up. This is the time. This is what is going on with you right now, Jennifer. Okay? You need to rest, contemplate, relax. You need to retreat to fully recharge. You need to cleanse your energy and listen to the wisdom from Spirit. Communicate with them more. Open up that throat and heart chakra more. Allow that blue and white light to come in, to open you up, to saturate you. That will help the relaxation a lot. Talk less. Talk much less. Next, still with Jennifer, we get the Tower card. Now this Tower card is about a breaking, a separation. The Tower card only occurs when big change is on the horizon. That's what this is about. Okay? Now remember what I said, that where there is dark, there is always light, and you can see in the darkness the yellow light that pierces through. What's interesting is, let me hold this lower. See this figure? This figure is at the door, which means that you are almost out of the situation, Jennifer. I have never seen, you see all this light here? I have never seen so much light in the Tower card before. Never. I've never seen so much light in the Tower card before. That's fascinating, because when I turn to look at it, I don't see that much light. I mean, yes, there's a lot of light, but it's very different when it's facing the camera. Okay? And the Tower is talking about life's great challenges. A crisis, distress. Lightning does strike in the same place. Even though I fool around and when I talk about it, this is a fact. Lightning does strike in the same place, and this is what is happening. So you need, and it is creating some despair. Don't despair, Jennifer. Don't allow it to depress you. It's just a passage. You know so much. You are connected so well with the angelic realm and the archangels and so on. Call them in. They surround you. They surround you. Call them in and ask them to uplift you. Ask them to uplift you and to give them the burden. Give them this weight that you insist on carrying yourself, Jennifer. It's not necessary to do that. Give the weight up to them for them to carry. Okay? All of that is a message from the Tower card. Now, the final card, we are still on the reading for Jennifer. The final card, which is beautiful. You know, I think I got this card for Jennifer already. Yes, 9 of Fire. That's right, I got this card for Jennifer last Friday. This is one of the cards I got for her. And the first thing I heard and saw on the card were the ears again. What's going on with your ears, Jennifer? I have no idea. And you know something? Something keeps suddenly touching, tickling my right cheek. Yeah. Okay, I had to pause for that heavy truck to pass because I'm sitting outside. Something keeps tickling my white cheek. My right cheek. Not my white cheek. There is something going on with your ears, Jennifer. But now, in fact, what I'm seeing is it's not your ear anymore. It was your right ear. But this thing, see this here? This is actually coming out of your right nostril. What is that? What is that? Is it coming out or going in? Okay, I hear going in. You still have transformation at work here. That is what the chenille is all about in your other ear. And that, my dear, right, very good. Okay, your dragon wants you to hear. Well, there's something about your sense of smell, your olfactory senses as well. Um, because that's your right nostril and your left ear. Big transformation. So I don't know if you are already, I don't know what the term is where we have increased, where our olfactory senses are even more developed. Mine are highly developed. Huh? Mine are highly developed. So any scent or any smell, oh my goodness. I always say it's a good thing I never got pregnant. I couldn't do it. Bad smells affect me very badly. So you are still juggling too much, Jennifer. You are still riding those timelines. I don't have anything negative to say about the timelines. But all of that is mixing up and not mixing up. All of that is part of what is affecting you. All of that is part of what is affecting your human existence. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's affecting a human existence. You cannot do it all. I thought you cannot do both. You can't be. No, not can't. Right now, doing both is not in your highest good. So the quarrels, the not being heard, those things you have to leave alone because they are taking too much of your energy. Rest, relax, recharge, and connect within, and leave the rest alone. Basically, nine of fire, because there's a lot of power there. Nine of fire is basically, I just heard, go ahead, write the timelines. And I'm sure you know that intuition of the soul. Was it intuition of the soul? No. It's the Shiro Self-Confidence group with Carrie. She is on a video speaking with her mentor about timelines. Timelines are a big topic these days. I haven't watched the video as yet, but however, it might be useful for you, Jennifer. I don't know. What I do want to say, you are overactive in the sleep realm. Well, my dear, you are extremely active. You're following your intuition. It's taking you every which way. It's really quite amazing. You are connecting and communicating. It's very complex. Delay. There's something about a delay. You have to give things time to work out. You cannot force it. Don't try to push it. In your sleep realm, tap into what your higher self, your soul voice, or whatever you call it, or your innate self, tap into what they have to share with you and how you can deal with the rest in the waking time. Because your path is difficult. There is a lot that you have to do, as you know very well, and you must take the time to rest. Everything is happening at the same time, and this is simply to tell you that you are approaching the end of a cycle, and it is huge because a lot of us now are exiting the COVID restrictions. Approaching the end of a cycle. All right, my beautiful souls. My dear Trey, that was the last reading. You will have to return on Friday when I do free Fridays readings. Okay? I cannot do any more right now. So on that note, people, this is your soul dancer, the White Dragon, signing off. Ciao.